Hello from the folks at Kurth Electronic. In this short video, we're going to illustrate how you can identify unmarked jacks as to the capabilities that are in them. In this particular case, we're wondering if power over Ethernet is available. Our job is to determine which of the work area outlets can support an IP camera. We have a requirement for an IP camera that is powered by Ethernet at about 7 watts. So we need to go through and determine which of these outlets is going to be the one. In this case, you'll see how we have identified that the orange jack is the target jack. In order to do the job of identifying the work area outlet with the particular services that we need in it, once again we're going to turn to the Kurth Electronic Toolbox full of testers and tracers. For the first part of this job, we can use two devices. One, the KE720 test and trace unit, which does a number of things, including finding Ethernet service. To do the power over Ethernet determination, we're using the little PoE check device, which is a handy way of determining if the power is available and what its source might be. The third device that we can use for determining if the outlet will support power over Ethernet and in fact, in this case, determine if the power is available is suitable for the telephone or power over Ethernet supplied IP camera. Using my two-piece solution with the KE720 and the PoE check, I'm first going to determine if Ethernet is available in which port. I'll turn on the 720 and I'll start checking ports to see if Ethernet's available. Oh, there's the indication I'm looking for, the bright green data LED and the tone signal that determines that data's been found. Okay, I don't have service in these jacks. I do have service in both of these jacks. Now the question is whether or not that jack will support power over Ethernet. Take the PoE check and go to each jack in turn. I don't see anything there. In this jack, I see that Type A power over Ethernet service is available using the PoE check. What this doesn't tell me is how much power is available, but it does tell me this jack is properly wired for Ethernet and for power over Ethernet. The single-piece solution to the problem I'm facing in identifying the outlet that will support an IP telephone or IP camera is the KE7200 Ethernet performance tester. It does quite a few things, but one of the things that it does that's particularly interesting in this case is that it identifies not only the type of Ethernet power available and how it's wired, but it'll tell you how much power is available. If we, for example, had an IP camera that required 7 watts of power over Ethernet at the jack, we could determine if that jack actually supported that service by plugging into it, selecting the power over Ethernet function, and it's telling me I have alternative A, which is a switch supplied PoE source. The voltage being supplied is 46 volts, which is okay, and the maximum power available is 13 watts. This power available is a very important thing because many of the switches, like the one in our demo wall here, have a limited total power available. Even though they have 4 ports, you couldn't supply, for example, more than 3 watts to each of the 4 ports or something similar to that. You need to know if actual power to support that camera or IP telephone is actually available in the jack. And if it starts to throw trouble later, you can go back and find that jack and find out if someone else has added other power over Ethernet devices that have reduced the power available. Very useful function. Turn the unit off very simply.